Getting downhill and turning defense into offense. That's the main thing that's been working for me, and I'm gonna just continue doing that.
Yeah, it seems like even when you get downhill, if you don't have a shot, you'll be able to find teammates. How's the offense just been clicking?
It's self-explanatory. When I get downhill, they have to pack the paint, so that's able to me to either kick out the shooters or find the big man. So.
Yeah, Cameron, I saw you talking to someone. Was that your parents before the game?
Yeah, so I had my parents come up to the game and everything.
How special is it to be able to have a performance like you did today in front of them?
Really good, especially with a history of Western Illinois. When I hit the transfer portal, they were at school looking at me. So this game, knew the coaches really well and everything, so it made it a little bit personal. And then also my mom's birthday today, so had to show some love for that.
Chase, Coach said the other day when it came to your adaptation process coming into the program that the team trip to Italy over the summer really made a difference for you and the rest of the team as well. But just talk about how important that trip was coming in as a transfer, getting new and learning about the team, getting that chemistry going. Just how important was that trip for you?
It was very important. It gave us extra time to practice over the summer, so that built chemistry. Being in a different country with the guys, I mean, that's automatically going to create bonds that you'll never forget. So that trip was very important.
Cameron, a big focus for Coach Pete in the offseason was the defense and really lowering the scoring defense, and it seems like you guys have been better in that category. What is working on that end, and how would you assess kind of where you're at?
We're definitely growing, and there's still room for improvement, but we've been showing a lot of steps forward. We have the size with me, Ashton, Boom, Jake even, to have those guys down the paint, be able to be rim protectors and things like that. So knowing that we can rely on us to protect the rim, and then our guards are quick and fast enough to get through ball screens, get over, and just know what we got to guard the perimeter. I think it all is just really meshing really well. It's just a few kinks we got to get done, and then we'll be a really scary team on defense for sure.
And you guys have not been afraid to turn defense into offense. We saw a lot of that today, and the scoring offense is up 10 points a game this season too. So what are we, do you feel like that's something that can continue and maybe even improve on as we go?
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely applying pressure and stuff, especially in the press that we're doing every possession and things like that. So it's really just once we can fully commit to keeping our foot on the gas the whole game and given that pressure, I think there's definitely room for improvement, but I'm really happy where we're at now.
All right, really proud of our team. Talked a lot about, winning at home. Winning at home is really important. We haven't quite figured out fully how to win on the road yet, but establishing that we're going to be good at home was a huge deal to us when we got this group together, and to finish the non-conference season undefeated at home was huge. So hoping we can get more people to the games and see our fun, exciting style of play, forcing turnovers, pressing every possession. That's the piece that we need to improve on, right? And it'll come. We just got to keep winning. But Western Illinois, this was a good win. They were picked first or second in their league by most polls right now. I know they haven't played a conference game. They started, I think, Tuesday, but they're at the top of their league with the non-conference stuff, right? So to have a team like that come in here and kind of control the game from the tip, our guys were just ready to play. And I told them, like, an 11 o'clock tip, I'm not sure I've ever seen that before in like an actual game. In a tournament, yeah, but like when you schedule a game, I don't think I've ever seen that before. So it could have gone a lot of different ways, but really proud of our team and their effort coming out right away. And talk about like throwing the first punch. We threw the first punch.
Yeah, we talked in that Wyoming game about rebounding, wanting to improve on that. How happy with you guys on the glass today?
Well, we won the glass, right? We still gave up 14 offensive rebounds. I think the biggest key was in the first half we gave up 6 to their big man, right? And in the second half he didn't have 1. So we were coming over, they're posting up, right, a guard, 1 through 4, and we're bringing our 5 men over trying to block the shot. How hard is it to block a post up? Like, it's really hard, right? You got to be an elite shot blocker to do that. So we were coming over, and it wasn't making a difference with our defense because we weren't blocking the shot, and then they miss, and then what happens? It goes to the opposite side. Their big man catches it, lays that thing in, or misses it, grabs it again. So we made some changes at halftime, which I think, obviously did a good job on him. But we got to keep getting better. If we're winning games, giving up 15 offensive rebounds, and by a margin like that, when we clean it up, it's going to be scary.
Held him to 38% from the field. How happy were you with the transition defense out of your press?
Yeah, depends on the possession. When we're aggressive, it's very clear that we're much better, right? When we're indecisive and we're like not sure if we should go and rotate, we're not as good, right? And that's where some of those threes in the press came from, where we just didn't commit to it. And if we commit to it, now the next guy knows that they have to go, right? So that's something that's really hard. We work on it every day at practice. We call it the fix-it drill, right? They break the press, and they have the advantage, and then we have to fix it. And we try to throw our guys in multiple situations, but I would say every time we play, somebody semi-exposes something in the press, and then we fix it at practice. So hopefully in the next 2 games, we can get ready to roll for conference play and be really tight with our press.
You mentioned the offense and the defense and the difference between the two, at least so far. How do you approach that with the players where the offense has been so explosive and done such a good job? And you talked about in the preseason how much you wanted to see the defense improve, and there's work to be done there.
Yeah, how do I say this? I just really feel like the better your defense is, the better your offense is. So our offensive coordinator is Casey Casperbauer, played here, and he was frustrated with me the first, 2 months of the preseason season because we really didn't work on offense. And it was just a feeling thing where we have to make our defense good. That's the only chance that we have in league play to cut down the nets, whether it's a regular season title or to get to the NCAA tournament. If we can't play defense, we have no chance, right? I think over the last 10 years, the first or second place defensive team in our league has made the NCAA tournament outside of Oral Roberts during COVID, right? So the numbers don't lie. The analytics don't lie. You have to be great at defense, and eventually we got better defensively, right? And it's really helping our offense right now. We had no issues last year offensively. We were the best offensive team in the league in February and March. We couldn't get stops, and we turned the ball over too much. So I think creating more turnovers and then crashing 5 with the press creates more offensive rebounds, which creates more possessions. And, you lose 7 games by an average of 3 points last year, 5 in league play. Like, if you have more possessions, you have a chance to win those games. So, I think everything matters, but the defense, I think, leads into offense, and you can clearly see when our press is good, we're better offensively.
And you're going to have a couple road games coming up, and I think it's fair to say that the road games end up being the difference in Summit play. So what do you think is going to be important going forward to just play as well as you can away from here?
How we prepare, our mindset. I think on the road, we beat Western Michigan, and we're feeling pretty good, and then we go to Southern Indiana and lose. And I know they sat on us for 6 days. That's no excuse, right? It could be a bye in league play, but I think we felt like, hey, we're pretty good, and then we didn't do the things that we needed to do to win the game. We weren't in our press like we were at Western Michigan. We just, we maybe thought it was just going to be easier because we won a road game, right? It doesn't work like that. We always say you got to win by 10 to win by 1 on the road. Against really good teams, it's even more, right? So I would say how we prep, our consistency, our mindset, and then just understanding how hard it's going to be on the road, right? Be more connected. We got to be more aggressive. It's just little things. Little things are the winning things, right? We got to take care of the little things, especially on the road. Thank you, guys. Go Yotes.